Good morning again, members, colleagues, to our public that's present this morning. Thank you guys for joining us. I now call this third day, fourth regular session to order. Please all rise for a moment of silence. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Speaker,
Present.
Representative Abata,
Present.
Representative Benavente,
Kaya.
Representative Blanco, Representative Borja, Representative Camacho, Representative Castro,
Kaya.
Representative De Leon Guerrero, Representative Flores,
Present.
Representative Guerrero,
Siga.
Representative Itabos,
Lilo.
Representative Lizama, Representative Manglonia,
Present.
Representative Marivita, Representative Peter,
Here.
Representative Probst,
Present.
Representative Cristina Sablan,
Present.
Representative John Paul Sablan,
Mr. Gap.
Representative Villagomez,
Present.
Representative Yumo,
Present.
Representative Camacho, Representative De Leon Guerrero,
Yes, Siga.
Representative Lizama, Mr. Speaker, 19 members are present and 1 member is absent.
Thank you, Clerk. With 19 members present, it constitutes a quorum to conduct today's session. Please take note that Representative Joel Camacho will be joining us momentarily. And as mentioned earlier to the members, Clerk, please take note Representative Camacho is present. As mentioned earlier, we will take a recess now and have the presentation of the resolutions to TASI Tours and the census team. Thank you again. So a short recess. Sarge, please escort the Chairman Lee. Chairman Lee, live, no?
Light action camera. Light.
Man, this is the first time I've seen a lot of red colors in this chamber. I love the uniform. We're ready? Kaliklight, this was once your house too, and still your house. Today the 21st legislature is honored to present this House Resolution 2135, which I'm not going to go through each detail of the whereas because the Speaker told me that if I do that, I'll be out of this chamber. So in light of that, again, this is House Resolution 2135, a House resolution to recognize and commend Ms. Colleen Joyce for a significant role as the census advisor and her extraordinary contributions to the 2020 census of the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas Island. Ms. Joyce, on behalf of the 21st Legislature, entire members who had endorsed their support for this resolution, we are in debt to you for being here to give the advice of how to run the census. And even though with the pandemic and the typhoon, we're resilient to move forward. And with such staff and leadership as Mr. Clyde Norita, I have to say undangkulu na si Diyos Maasi for your contribution to be here with us, even though you're away from home, from your family. We wish you luck when you go back home. Just don't contract the infection. We want to see you again and hope that one day you come back here again as a normal individual. Not with erect, as a normal individual. So with that, we want to present this resolution to you.
Okay, thank you. Where should I stand? Okay. Thank you so much. This is really an honor, and I very, very much appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Yes, I came here as an advisor, but advice is nothing, and planning is nothing without a great team to implement it. So my thanks to Department of Commerce and Secretary Mark Robalaman and all their support from the very beginning, from the legislature, from the governor, lieutenant governor, the whole government of CNMI, always had full support. This team's amazing. They jumped right in. We were rolling. They were rolling before I even got here last September. I remember getting here, and I think it was like within a week I was on a plane down to Rhoda for the first job fair, and we hadn't even opened the office yet. So that was great. So thank you again. I feel so honored and appreciated today, but I want you all to know that appreciation goes back to you all tenfold. You've been great on a professional level and on a personal level, just made to feel so welcome here in this community. So I thank the community as well. So thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker and members of the 21st Legislature, Congressman Chair Guerrero, thank you so much for honoring our advisor. She's been the guiding light for the Census Office for the past year. She's giving us the clear direction of where we need to go, how to do it right, from experience and so forth. So we very much appreciate her being here. We're lucky, really, that we have her here, and she's been a good advisor, great advisor for all of us in the CNMI. Which is why we completed our mission months in advance, which is a feat to be reckoned with regards to pandemic situation and so forth. So thank you again, members of the legislature, for this honor. We truly appreciate it.
Make it short and sweet. Ms. Colleen, thank you for all the professional advices. But I share your sentiment. It goes back tenfold to the men and women that contributed to the 2020 census. To the House, much appreciate for the support. With that, olomai and good luck.
Are we ready? Happy birthday, Secretary of Commerce, Mr. Mark Robalaman. One more?
Sarge, can we escort Tasi tours, please?
That's it. Tom, you want to join us? Tezuka-san, arigato, konnichiwa. Today we're truly honored to present this House Resolution 2133, a House Resolution to honor and appreciate Tasi Tour and Transportation Incorporated for their astounding tourism-related services as the master concessionaire on the small islet of Manyakaa for nearly 31 years. Tezuka-san, Tasi Tour has been part of the Sinemai, and we hope that Tasi Tour remains to be part of the Sinemai. We look forward to work with you with Tasi Tour on other ventures that should the tourism industry rebound back again. We're very optimistic that MVA is continuing to push forward, and we hope that we can bring back again the Japanese market. And that's one of the forefront of MVA's objective, is to bring back the Japanese market. So on behalf of the entire 21st legislature, we want to present Tasi Tour with this plaque for their untiring services and presence here in the Sinemai. Hi.
Thank you very much for such an honorable ceremony today. I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart. Tasi Tour in Sinemai is now, this year, 44 years now. And nearly 31 years ago, we got a master concession agreement for Manyakaa. Since then, we started to building a pier, restaurants, for everything. And from that time, we contribute ourselves for protecting the environment of Manyakaa and also provide a good service for Manyakaa, for the tourists and all for the local people. There's a lot of up and down during 31 years so far. And, but it is always true that visitors who visit the Manyakaa always say what a wonderful, beautiful islands Manyakaa is and Saipan is. So that's a very good comment for us and good comment for Sinemai. So we have a pride of contributing the Manyakaa Island for over 30 years now. And even though we are out of the Manyaka concession from 1st of September, Tashi remains Shinomai still. And I'd like to do my best for returning the Japanese market to Saipan again and Shinomai again, because I know that Shinomai, Saipan has a potentiality, good potentiality for the tourism as a resort destination. So surely customer will come back again. So I'd like to do our best. And also, I really appreciate for the cooperation, the assistance from the government, Congress, and MBAs, and all our partners for 31 years. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Tezuka-san, I would like to say on behalf of our MVA Board of Directors and our staff, thank you so much for all the contributions that you have done. You've really set the bar high, and as the master concessionary of Manyagaha, you've always kept in mind how to keep Manyagaha Island environmentally safe, protected, and beautiful at all times. And we really like to thank you, and we look forward to working with you in other ways as our partner with MVA. Thank you so much.
Members, we're back into session. Thank you again, members, and Chairman Lipon. Thank you for the presentation of the resolution, and we wish them both better and great endeavors as they move on. So, next to the order of business, we have public comments. The podium's open to any member of the public. We have none. So down to document journals, we have none under journals. Introduction of bills, I recognize Representative Donald Panglonia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Officially introducing House Bill number 21-125 to amend Division 4 of Title 6 of the Commonwealth Code relating to disposition of offenders and sentencing to provide criteria for imposition of enhanced sentencing of defendants for crimes motivated by hate, introduced by myself and several others, and I welcome anyone else to co-sponsor this. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Panglonia. House Bill number 21-125 will be referred to the Committee on JGO. We have none under House local bills. We have none under legislative initiatives, none under resolutions. Messages from the Governor. Clerk, please.
Mr. Speaker, under item 6, messages from the Governor, we have 3 items. Governor's Communication 21-155, 156, and 157.
Thank you, Clerk. Discussion on Governor's Communication. Ready? Senate Communications. I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And as discussed in our leadership meeting, under item 7, Senate Communications, we will still leave and remain Senate Communication 21-78, as well as Senate Communication 21-98. And we are going to accept Senate Communications 21-100 all the way to 21-104 on today's order of business. So move.
Thank you, floor leader. Motion for the acceptance of pertinent or specific Senate communication have been presented by floor leader and has been seconded. Discussion on that motion. Ready? Thank you, members. Those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. Motion carries. I will be referring the specific communication of 21, 102, 103, and 104 on a later date. Thank you again, members. House communications, we have none. None from the judicial branch. Communications from departments and agencies. Clerk, please.
Mr. Speaker, under item 10, communications from departments and agencies, we have one item, Department and Agency Communication 21-59.
Thank you, Clerk. Discussion under that communication. Ready? Thank you again, members. We have none under miscellaneous, none under standing committees, none under special and conference committees, none under unfinished business. We have none under resolution calendar, and I now recognize the floor leader under bill calendar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And under bill calendar, we have two, but we are only going to be acting on one. And before we act on the one proposed legislation, I now make a motion that we suspend Rule 7, Section 9 for first and final reading, and Rule 9, Section 9 and 10 for committee reports and other documents. So move.
A motion has been made to suspend specific rules by, sorry, Claire, Lynn, or you? Oh, sorry. So a motion has been presented by our floor leader to suspend specific rules and has been seconded. Discussion on?
Ready?
Ready? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say nay. Motion carries. Floor leader, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now make a motion that we pass House Bill number 21-106, a bill for an act to amend 1 CMC, subsection 20175, to include a member from the Senate and the House of Representatives to serve on the Advisory Council for Planning and Development and for other purposes. I move for its passage.
Thank you, floor leader. A motion for the passage of House Bill number 21-106 has been presented by our floor leader and has been seconded. Discussion.
Speaker,
Rep. Lipon, please.
could we take a recess? 5
Short-
minutes recess.
Short recess.
Yes.
We're back into session, and Chairman Lipon, you still have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In lieu with this floor amendment, Mr. Speaker, let me just clarify the intent and purpose. This proposed legislation 21-106 has been signed into Public Law 2020, the Office of Planning and Development, with the recommendation from the administrator. There are some minor amendments and inclusion as members of the council. And if everybody would take a look at page 4, line 12, under the director, there's the Office of Planning and Development. Line 13, we strike out office and replace it with Bureau of Environmental and Coastal Quality. And then line 20, we put in Executive Director of the Commonwealth Utility Corporation. Line 21, we included Managing Director of the Marianas Visitors Bureau. Page 5, on line 7, we striked out Chairperson and replaced it with President of Saipan Chamber of Commerce. And strike out line 8 and line 9, we strike out the Chairperson of the Governor's Strategic Economic Development Council and replaced it with Chairperson of the Governor's Council of Economic Advisor. Line 12, we add a member from the House of Representatives who shall be appointed by the Speaker of the House. Line 17, a member from the Senate who shall be appointed by the President of the Senate. Line 18, the Chief Executive Officer of the Commonwealth Health Corporation. Line 18, Secretary of Department of Finance. Line 19, Executive Director of Commonwealth Port Authority. Line 20, Chairperson of the Marianas Alliance of Non-Governmental Organization. Page 6, line 1, a representative of the education system. Line 2, special assistant of the Commonwealth Bureau of Military Affairs. Line 4, Secretary of Department of Community and Cultural Affairs. Line 6, Commissioner of Department of Public Safety. And line 8, strike out 15 and becomes 25 members. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Rep. Lipon. That's a substitute version, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of amendments. And further, motion has been presented for replacement of a substitute version to 21-106 has been presented by Rep. Lipon. Discussion on that motion that has been seconded. Ready? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Motion carries. Back to the main motion. House Bill number 21-106 HS1. Discussion on the main motion. Ready? Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Abarca?
Yes.
Representative Benavente? Representative Blanco?
Yes.
Representative Borja? Representative Camacho?
Good.
Representative Castro?
Good.
Representative Leon Guerrero? Representative Flores?
Yes.
Representative Guerrero?
Good.
Representative Tabus? Representative Lizama?
Yes.
Representative Mangalonia?
Yes.
Representative Maritita? Representative Peter?
Good.
Representative Probst? Mr. Speaker, Mr. Representative Probst?
Yes, yes. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah?
Thantive you. Representative
Yes.
Cristina Sablan?
Yes.
Representative John Paul Sablan?
Good.
Representative Villa Gomez?
Yes.
Representative Yumo? Mr. Speaker?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all 20 members voted yes.
Thank you, Clerk. With all 20 members voting yes, House Bill number 21-106 HS1 hereby passes the House. Thank you, members, and that takes care of our bill calendar. Miscellaneous business. Rep. Yumo, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This morning, I guess everyone heard the good news with regards to contract workers with the USCIS modifying its policies for contract workers here in the CNMI, pushing back the touchback provision for additional 2 years. So it is great news for a lot of small businesses here in the CNMI. Contract workers will not have to depart this October. They can still are able to process and remain in the CNMI for additional 2 years. So that's great news. We just got the notice this morning, and it's very good. It brings a sense of security for a lot of businesses that can plan now for the next 2 years. So I applaud the people out in the USCIS for allowing that and seeing how the pandemic has affected us and may affect our employees here in the CNMI. So that's just pretty much the gist of it. So it's a good news. Thank you to Kilili for pushing that. I believe LJ and Rep Sablan we sent that letter out to USCIS, right? Thank you. Maybe Rep Castro can chime in.
Well, thank you, Rep. Yumo, and thank you for recognizing Rep. Castro, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And in that vein, I also want to thank the Vice Speaker of FFA for informing us of that this morning. So thank you very much, Vice. I know that this is a very significant step. I know that our member here on FFA has been stressing this issue out to the committee. And we work together with Representative Kilili's office in regards to addressing this matter. So we did send correspondence in regards to this matter, and thankfully we got a decision back that can help us at this stage of this stage of the game. So hope that with continued collaboration, we can continue to see improvement in this process, and not just for those it affects, but also for the Commonwealth as a whole. So with that, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Rep. Castro. Thank you to your committee for the work that you guys have done. Further under miscellaneous? None? Announcements? Rep. Camacho, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just want to inform the members that I'll be calling a JGO committee meeting sometime next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Rep. Camacho. Under announcement, Repetibus, please.
Thank you. Just remind members, H&W for tomorrow, and all members that are willing to come in and listen to the presentation again tomorrow. So, who's unable to attend but wanted to do it on Zoom, I can forward the link or the ID and the password to them. So just give me your email and I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Rep. Petibus. Further under announcement, Rep. Castro, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I guess staying back in regards to FFA matters, I will be calling a meeting for the members of FFA in regards to taking care of some other business that we have left on the table in our committee. Hopefully we can square those matters out. I know that we finished one section of old business yesterday, which we are preparing a committee report, hopefully for a future session, hopefully the next session. So that determination of the date is going to be forthcoming. So to the members, just giving you the heads up that I yield.
Thank you, Rep. Castro. Any further under announcements? None? We're good. Members, I won't be calling a session next week, but I asked the members and the committee chairs to please work on the bills that are in your committee, and the authors of those specific legislations. Please visit the chairpersons of each respective committee if your bills are in there, and ask them to entertain those legislations. And if there's any concerns that you can address with the committee, please do, so we can get those legislations out. Thank you again, members. Sure, nobody else under announcement? I guess you guys really like this fast session, huh? All right, floor leader, I recognize.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now make a motion that we adjourn subject to your call on today's order of business. So move.
Thank you, floor leader. A motion has been placed by our floor leader for adjournment and has been seconded. Discussion on that motion. Ready? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those, please say nay. Motion carries. Thank you, members. Stay safe and enjoy.